Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day. I'll continue back for the previous that have been mentioned just now. Um, okay, topic 8, right? Okay, Six Sigma for the project teams. Okay, so I have mentioned previously for our explanation on this, but it's okay. We just go through back because whatever that I mentioned just now is also have in your long notes, and of course in here also it been promptly and enhance and enlighten it back. Okay. Alright, the first one we have champions. Okay, champions in here is referring to those the seniors managers who promote Six Sigma. So when we're talking about this thing, okay, indirectly it giving some like feedback, okay, on how does particularly of senior managers who really encouraging, okay, those the organization and departments, especially the project teams and also quality department to use the Six Sigma tools, okay. And of course this champion is mostly they are really familiar and they are well known, okay, they are well versed about this knowledge on the Six Sigma tools. And of course, under this is Sigma, there will be another levels referring to master black belts, okay, which is referring to those highly trained experts, okay, responsible for the strategy, the training, mentoring, deployment, and results. So what I'm trying to say in here was um, those people, okay, they have been very expertise, okay, they are been highly trained and very experts, and then somehow they used to have like they are become a trainer because they know about they are responsible for the strategy that been of course been endorsed by the champions, and then they will actually set up the training, okay, in order to train those the black belts levels. And of course they do such a mentoring, supervising, and monitoring. And of course we're talking about deployment. Deployment is referring to when your skill is needed in another department, right? They know you are well versed in that area, so they will actually lend, can I say lend, actually take you or maybe borrow you, okay, once they already have get some knowledge from you regarding the particularly of whatever their needs in their departments, then they will yeah, return you back to your origin department. Now can I say that that is simple words, and also the result, okay. So master belts, of course they are the expertise, the highly trained experts, okay. And the third one is black belt, which is expert who perform technical analysis, because I believe this master black belt is doing this training to the black belts in order to make sure they are very congruent in the kind of technical because they perform the technical analysis on this, and they have to make sure that this black belt is of course being well trained by them. And of course the black belt will go to the green belts, okay, because they will also they perform, and then the functional employees that train in the introductory of the Six Sigma tools. So it's related each other. Every single level is related because it's another one Six Sigma project teams, okay. And I believe that the green belt also been trained by the black belts because they are referring to the functional employees. And of course, the last one will be goes to the team members, because these team members, whether they are not directly to the technical parts, but they are the parts of these project teams and the employees who support. They are support staff who support the specific project. Okay. Or maybe like a marketing, or maybe like finance, account, or maybe like admin's department itself. So they are team members. All right. So how about the cross-functional teamworks? Is be derived in here is the common in leadership teams, which is the virtual teams and the project teams, because it's about cross-functional teamwork. They are well versed and dispersed. They are have in a different geographical area, And of course, it's cross-functional. Okay, you can go to like maybe in US, United States, China, Japan, or maybe you go to United States. Okay, so it's cross-functional teamwork around the world and useful for process improvement and for the implementing large-scale organizational changes. So let's say like IBM, Lenovo, Dell, this is the company they have a very wide boundaries. Sorry, they have a very a workforce diversity around the world, and they have thousands of I can say like cross-functional teamwork around the world. Okay, to make sure that of course their product and services can be expanded in globalization. Okay, and then we're moving to the team effectiveness criteria. So I also do some like reading in here in your manual. I mean like in your role notes, right? They have a few have been detected through the team effectiveness. Of course, when we do something, okay, we how to say we expected, okay, we expected that there will be the effectiveness. Effectiveness will be related to the not just the efficiency but also effectiveness, right? Effective versus efficiency. If and efficiency. Okay, the first one, what is the criteria for the team effectiveness? Number one, the teams must achieve their goals. Okay, that is truly indeed. Okay, because why? We of course whatever that we do in the team, we want to make sure that everybody have the same goals. Okay, and everybody are noted about what the goals that we want to achieve. Okay, and the second one, the teams must make the progress quickly. Okay, to make sure that um when you are work alone, somehow they have a very slow movement. Okay, but when you work in team, actually we are expecting that the progress will become more quicker and faster. Okay, because they have more than one person and they are not really not only one person to do all things. Okay, they have divided into the tasks and then the team members are going together. All right. So the third one, the teams must maintain or increase their strength as a unit. So as I mentioned previously, if you still remember in my first part video, uh, when we are in a team, we are not expecting one person to do one main show, all right? So they're basically they want to make sure that everybody are maintaining, okay, maintain and also increase the strength. One may be low, okay, one is might be the weaker, but when we have two hits better than one hit, so meaning to say it increasing the strength, the ideas, the skills, the freshing ideas, can I say that? And the capability, the uniqueness, and also the skills is more improved. Okay, and then the teams must preserve or strengthen their relationship with the rest of the organization. So it's not just talking about and focusing on the unit itself, department itself, but it's as the whole. Because somehow, like we learned in the types of the teams right just now, we are not the first focusing on one department, but there must be like virtual teams. They have cross-functional teams, and then they so do have the quality circle, for example, right? So they have a variety and they account from the different department that together to make sure that your product or your services become success. Okay, and of course that must be a quality teamwork. Okay, all right, now we're moving on to the ingredients. All of a sudden the team effectiveness and then they go to ingredients for the successful team, meaning to say what is the tips. That's it. Can I say the tips? Yeah, the tips. Okay, number one, there must be clarity in team goals. So every single team members must know, okay, clear all the directions and the instruction, and there is no such thing saying that this is like I can't, I couldn't understand, I do not understand. So there must be clear, crystal clear, and also there must be a clarity. So every single as a leader of the team, they must make sure that the team goal have to be clarity and clarify, when I say clarity, clarify to all the team members. So everybody have got the same info. Okay. And the second one, improvement plan. Okay, in terms of how we want to make sure that the plan can be improved. Okay. So of course, to make sure these things, they must be have like what we call quality circle, okay? There must be a quality controller, okay? There must be a quality improvement. So someone in charge, okay, will do some monitoring of it, how we want to make sure that this plan is improved, okay, and then clearly defines the role. So every single other team, they cannot have like one that everybody do the same thing. No, so it's not so effective when you job sharing, okay, because people are doing the same job. Actually, it's good to lessening the job, but if let's say the job weightage of the work is quite big, kalau the role of the job is big and large, that's why you can do job sharing. But if the job is particularly for those one person, perhaps it must be better that every single of the person must clearly define their role. What is my JD? Okay, job description. What is my job task? So everybody will come into one team. Okay, so no redundancy after all. And clear communication, this is must done by the team of leader teamwork. Okay, I mean like the team leader must do clear communication, whatever among the team members itself, there must be clear cut to make sure yeah, they have to be together. Okay, and then beneficial team behavior, so meaning to say when you have a very good team, yeah, so indirectly it gives some like impact, okay, impactful to your team itself, because the work will become more better and better, okay, become much better, okay. And of course we cannot deny, because everything that we did, as to mention that uh, group in one unity. So that is beneficial of the team behavior. When everybody doing 100% commitment, but if only one person, so the rest is just free rider, is not good. The team behavior in here is not actually accomplished. Okay. All right. Now we're moving on to the next one. Well-defined decision procedure. So whatever that you decided for the decision making, so you have to actually make it transparent and trustworthy among your teamwork. Okay, team members, because when you implement something, okay, and all of a sudden your team member is asking and inquiring why we should do like this, you don't have get any answer for it, right? So when you have well defined the procedure SOP to them, so whatever decision we make, they not even have some like doubtful inquiry anymore, because you have explained and well defined on the procedure. Okay, and the next one is balanced participation, as I mentioned just now. Not one man show, the hero is Binda, but everybody commitment 100%. From if you say you have in the team have a 7 members, 7 meaning to say 700%. Okay, if it's not like 7 members but only 100%, okay, meaning to say 1% only. So everybody have to be equally giving some participation and balancing among of them. And establish the ground rules, here meaning to say whatever the rules, okay, of course whatever that you are in the team, there must be a rules. If not, you can say that yeah, it's good to have like what we call democratic, so no, not democratic, but delegative. Delegating meaning to say here, you have delegation among your team members, no press, no stress, no push, but as long as the work done. But there must be a rules, right? You do your work within the time period given, and then the task is done. Not taking for granted, saying that I give you what space, okay, to do your own work as long as finish, but you not meet the deadline. So you must establish the ground rules, okay. And awareness of the group process, of course, every single group members must be aware how the process of the job task been done. Not just only at the end, okay, we done, but you do not know what is the head and tail. So we must know the awareness of how the group process been and what role every single member's done, okay, and use the scientific approach, meaning to say whatever maybe uh, I can say that scientific approach meaning to say certain of maybe application being used in order to make sure that this team, okay, maybe you use some appliances, or maybe use like how to say, software, in order to make sure that when you work with in the team, this software or any kinds of the scientific approaches used actually is fastening and how to say that, make your productivity of job more better. It can be, okay. All right. And the reason for team participation, okay, they say it will have a say in decision that affect work, okay. So why we need to do this team participation, kenapa kita kena ada kita kata setiap ahli tu dalam pasukan tu perlu ada dia punya kita kata penglibatan mereka. Why? Number one, have a say in decision that affect work. Every single members, they have the rights to voice out whatever that affect the work. I think this is not the right things to do. So that's why we maybe do the method A or method B, or we have to change from A to Z, for example. So have a say in decision. Okay, you give them some sort of opportunity, a chance to voice out. Okay. Number two, enhance promotion or job opportunity. So in directly, the reason why, because from this team participation we can see the commitment, okay, done by every single person. So that's why we can actually enhancing their promotion, okay, kenaikan pangkat, and also we can have actually like giving opportunities of new job to them, okay, and then learn more information, because we come from a diverse and um, different teamwork members, okay, and maybe different departments. So some things you learn new information from them, okay, so that we can learn more information, more knowledge, okay. Enhance the feeling accomplishment. So when you able to finish, completed the work task, you feel that you can accomplish according to the deadline, for example, to the whatever that they expected you to finish your project team, for example. So they have sense of accomplishment and address the personal agenda. So whatever the personal agenda is from the department itself, okay, we can see that, okay, this is the thing that we have to accomplish as a team, okay, not as the person itself, as the individual, okay, and want to genuinely help the organization. Of course, this can be see it, okay, even we not say it, but you can see, and it can be proved, because everybody work together, and then people are doing their commitment to help make sure that they can help the organization, especially when they come to the problem solving teams, right? We help the organization how to solve the problems, and then enjoy recognition and rewards associated with the team activity. So whatever the company may be offering you and recognize you and rewards you through your, maybe for example, problem solving, okay, that you done by your team, they rewards you because whatever they get, okay, and then they give some feedback, and then they rewards to appreciate your accomplishment, and then be a comfortable in the social environment. Maybe it takes time for this, but of course we for example, for those who are mostly you are really comfort to work like your individualistic, you prefer to work alone, right? So when you've been asked in order to do in the kinds of team participation, something like awkward for the first timer, benda tu sesuatu yang macam susahnya dah nak kerja dalam kumpulan, dalam pasukan, sebab saya biasa kerja seorang, contoh. There is a reason, maybe you feel that it's a very awkward and then you feel uncomfortable, but slowly understand it, slowly you try to mix and blend, then you can be comfortable. Whereas you can feel that, wow, I think that this is the thing that I never found before when I've been socialized. When I be in the groups, I much better in my communication skill, for example, tolerance and so forth. And then we're moving on to the team processes. Okay, we do have like the how the process be made. Okay, when we make the team itself, okay, team communication. I think that this is more on team communication. Number one, we have to select wherever the problem is selection. Okay, because let's say you are come from the problem solving team. Of course, we have to identify the problem and select the problem. Number two, we have to diagnose the problem. Yeah, sorry, because my mic is not functional. Let's say we do in a team processes and we want to know what is the problem. So we select the problem, right? We select the problem, and then of course we identify the problem, and of course we want to know what is the problem itself. Okay, we want to know what is the root cause, what is why this problem happened. So they start to have diagnosis, investigation, tabayun. We start to do some like diagnosis, investigate on how this problem occur. I give an example just now. For example, low productivity and the production department. Why it's happened? Maybe the machinery. And after they do diagnosis, they find out that certain machinery is not being services at a particular time, long time. Okay, and then they will work allocation, meaning to say they divide the task. Okay, who will do this, do the inspection on this. Okay, who, why this happen, why no monitoring, no controlling, who should inspect this machinery. And they start to communicate, not condemning, but we communicate to the right department. Okay, and we start to coordinate, come reach the solution. And then of course organizational support, maybe some of the particular we need some budget, support, financial assistance from the company in order to add more on services maintenance support. So this is how the team process been done. And then this is example from Boeing A&T team development process. So Boeing is airline industry. Okay, this stage one, they have team formation, the plan, team tasks. Okay, develop team, what we call communication. Okay, and then stage two, they have team building. Stage three, empowerment. Stage four, they have self-direction and high performance. This is the courtesy of the Boeing, EDIF, and Tanker program. So I think that is a good example in here. Maybe in the textbook they come into the case study, but they come out into this diagram like this. So this is one the example on how the team development process been done. Okay, all right. So for to close up this what we call this topic, right? Okay, the teams and organizational behavior theories, they have a few they use in order OB theory, and regarding to the team. I think that in subject OB, Madam Aida, when we taught you on this, they have socio-technical system approach. Okay, they have organizational development, homogeneous and heterogeneous group, and cultural value and support resistance and diversity. So maybe we should go for one by one on this, right? When we're talking about the socio-technical system approach, okay, this approach is devoted to the effective blending, okay, effective blending of the both and the technical job requirement and social aspect of the work environment. So these two factors must be considered jointly. Dia kena bersama-sama, dibuat bersama-sama, because the work design that optimize the one factor may need by the optimal for the other. So we need to say the reason why you have to do this socio-technical system, because we have to combine the another parts in order to make sure that the effective blending between the social job requirement and the social environment. Okay, that is socio-technical system. I give example maybe like in the airlines, right? The reason why we somehow, right? If you still remember Malaysia airline system, they have some like problem before. So they have some like a joint with the another airline company from one world in UK in order, yeah, of course, because they have problem in terms of the financial existence. Okay, uh, the company having losses. So the reason they have to join, because in order to top up, okay, their financial strength to make sure that the operation of the airline system can be done smoothly. Okay. Another second one, organizational development, the branch of the organization sciences that deal with the changing and improving organizational. So in here meaning to say within organizational sciences that deal with the changing and improvement organization. Before this, maybe ticketing, okay, department, ticket department in airline. Again, example airline. We use hard copy ticketing system. So now everything ticketing approach, we have to go to online, and then even the ticket we just show your what we call online, mean like from your just handphone, right? You can show that you already booked the ticket, so no need to print, okay? And you can just what we call touch, okay, and scan your QR code or whatever that booking system, and it relate with the improving in this airline system. So the queue up problem can be improved. Okay, for those maybe they are not comfortable to use the technology yet, then you still have this thing, but uh, the technology improves something in the work area organization itself. Okay, and homogeneous and heterogeneous groups is mean research has shown that homogeneous group, those in which members are similar in age. Okay, homogeneous meaning to say similar in age, race, gender, experience are better suited to well defined familiar tasks where they emphasize on the efficient production. So if you work within your age members, right? I be within the generation Y, yeah, maybe they are more productive compared to using generation Y versus baby boomers, because maybe in terms of the communication and how you blend, in terms of how the way your approach might be significantly different. Okay. So they say in here heterogeneous group on the other hand are better at tasks are better at tasks that require creative thinking. So homogeneous within the same age, okay, culture, race, experience, and gender, but heterogeneous meaning to say require creative thinking. Therefore, the manager should select people for total quality effort in terms of heterogeneity or their goal. So they are more on here, heterogeneous, or we call heterogeneity because they are more encouraging on creative thinking, not based on your age, your culture, your race, your comfort zone. Okay, creative thinking actually encourage you to be blunt to everyone, and it works. Okay, all right. So cultural values and support resistance research suggests that cultural value play role in the employee support or resistance to self-managed team. Okay, and this is particularly important as a company expand globally. Okay, the success of SMT is therefore related to the extent to which organization manage cultural based resistance. So in here, encouraging, okay, regarding whatever that they want. Okay, they know what the task they might be do, and of course this is a very important. Okay, very important. And the last one, in terms of diversity, more research conducted on the impact of diversity that show the positive and negative impact. So somehow when you work in diversity of workforce, it gives you somehow like a good way in terms of, all right, so is a very good, okay, it's very good, and yeah, it's giving something like how to say that a good way, a good when you work in my diversity workforce, it gives you some idea, fresh idea and different culture, but somehow in another way around, they also giving some like overview. Okay, I comfort with my way, okay, in my comfort zone, but in other way around, we learn something new. Okay, so I think that can I say, I think like that is for now. Okay, I'm finished on my topic 8. Sorry because I keep on searching on yeah, what is this like, yeah, I want to post in the class, but it's okay. Thank you for now. Thank you for listening up. Don't forget to look into this. Okay, okay, because I wish to have like with you all. Okay, because this might be some of the knowledge part of the syllabus to your quality people and also your life itself. Okay, thank you for now. Assalamualaikum and take care and stay healthy. Bye.